Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, Billy man, shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
Right where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing that iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening. Is in fact if revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jacob. So I walk, we gon' run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As you run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young pay. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit like it ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raise up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Yeah, you got it. All right, Shalom, Lord Christ. This is Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We start out of 1 West, Harlem, New York, under Command of General Yohana. The reason for tonight is brotherhood and sisterhood. That encompasses both. Now, what I encourage everybody that's out there watching to do is take your left hand and just go like this. Because that way, everything that I say, I won't be wasting it, because when it goes in this ear, you'll keep it inside of here. Right? So that's what we want to make sure that we do with these classes. The reason that we teach brotherhood and sisterhood is because it is the foundation of the nation. It's our foundation. It's how we build on top of that brotherhood, and we build on top of that sisterhood. That's how we have an unshakable house, right? Loyalty, all of those things encompasses in brotherhood and in sisterhood. All right. So when you see brotherhood, it means both. All right. So what I wanted to go into tonight, of course, we can go into other things if somebody got a question that they want to ask. If anybody online has any questions, who we got in the chat so far?
Sir, we have Olivia Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
We have Yakar, Sister Yakar. We have
shout out to y'all sisters.
We have Sister Para Banyanyam.
Uh-huh.
Taylor Prince. And that's it so far, sir.
Okay, yeah. So look, y'all do me a favor. What I need y'all to do is hit the like button, but also I need you to share the video. Is free and it don't cost nothing. All right. And because you want to get this word out so that people can understand and learn the truth. All right. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. All right. So if anybody got any questions, y'all can go ahead and put it in the chat. and then we'll move from there. All right. All right. Oh yeah, you can see. Okay. No sweat. All right.
Somebody they have one question.
What's the question they got?
She says, Olivia Arnold says, where Passover about to be at this upcoming year?
It's going to be announced soon. I hope Passover is here in Delaware, but that's just my own, personal thing, thought about it. But we'll see coming up soon. So just make sure that you stay tuned, and that way, you'll be locked in when they do drop the location where we're going to be at. All right. So make sure, you pay your Passover fees early, and make sure that you stay locked in. All right. If you are in the class and you need to have your credit for being here, right? Don't think that you're going to just pop into class and then, pop out, and then you're still going to get your credit for being here, because, if, at an unscheduled time, I will maybe call on people that's in the chat who does need to get their name or whatever to see if you're still here. All right. All right. You got it, Mataziala. Can I get Philippians 4:2?
Sir.
Yeah.
It's the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
I beseech you, Euodias, and beseech Syntyche, that they be of the same mind in the Lord.
Right, because we all have to be in the same mind. That's the only way things are going to work. Things ain't going to work if you doing your thing and I'm trying to do mine. It's going to have to work. We're going to have some kind of group cohesion, because too many people want to be individuals instead of having group cohesion, right? That's the main thing. That's how you're going to be able to be successful in anything that you do. You have to have group cohesion, because if you're over here, they over there, and everybody's in different spots, we don't have any power because we're too fragmented. All right. And so this is what the scripture's talking about. Bring it one more time from the top.
Come. It's the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 2. I beseech Euodias and beseech Syntyche, that they be of the same mind in the Lord.
Any more on that?
Sir, that's verse 2.
I think that pretty much sums it up. So, we always got to make sure that we're in the same mind with whatever we do, because how are you going to be successful if you're not in the same mind? Trying to backbite, trying to go against the person that, is the person that's set over you. That's one thing too. People don't want to have, they don't want to respect rank and order and the order of things. But when you go to that slavery, and you get there and the white man tell you to mop the floor, that's the first thing you're going to do before you do anything else. Right. So what we got to do is we got to start understanding that we have to have that brotherhood and be in the same mind with our brothers and our sisters. Right.
Damn right.
Because, a lot of sisters, they go off, too. As soon as a sister get offended, she's on a damn internet show getting interviewed, and she's about surviving a cult. You know what I mean? So we definitely need to all be in the same mind. But I did want to go into tonight about being a sluggard, right? Being a sluggard, man. And let me get Proverbs 6:6, if you don't mind.
Come, sir.
Yeah. And you can chime in anytime you want, Matazapar. Or Mataziala. You know what I mean? Yeah, Proverbs 6 says, let's read about an ant. Brothers don't want to work. Sisters don't want to work. What we building here is going to take work. That means that you have to constantly endure, right? And you can't, think that it's time to have off, because every day is a day that you can work, right? Especially if you're a sister. If you're a sister in here, you need to be figuring out how we can get this food out of Walmart, huh? Figuring out how we can get this food out of these supermarkets, right? Because they see my tall behind coming, they going to say no. But they see a sister go through there, they might say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we all got to put our bricks in, and we all have to work, right? If you want to have brotherhood and sisterhood, you have to be aggressive with brotherhood and sisterhood. Meaning, if somebody offends you, you have to go and see about it, right? Don't be bitch made. Salagi for my language. Don't be bitch made and then try to hold grudges inside of you, right? And then ultimately that'll be the thing that'll kick you out of here, right? You want to make sure that you're aggressive with brotherhood, make sure that you're aggressive with the sisterhood, right? And if you see something going on, say something about it, right? We don't need to be in the council and you know everything comes out, all of your secrets that you had, all right? All right, you can go ahead and read it when you got it, Matazi Yala.
Come, sir. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Hold on, say that one more time. Say it loud.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Go to the what?
Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
What is it telling us to do? Go to what?
Go to the ant.
Right, because what is there? What is on the ground? A damn ant, right? And that's ultimately what you're going to be able to see if you want. And what the Bible is specifically saying is this is what you want to be able to see if you want to be able to do work. Just consider what?
Consider her ways and be wise.
No, but go back to what kind of insect it is.
Okay, calm, sir. Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
What is a sluggard? A sluggard is somebody that moves slow, somebody that's lazy, somebody that don't want to put work in. So if you're a type of person that don't want to put work in, the Bible is saying, just consider an ant. Look at what an ant does. Read on.
Consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide.
So an ant don't have a guide, but guess what it's doing? It got a piece of pizza like this.
Right.
Walking a Dorito. Got to get this Dorito back, right? And how much is Dorito? A Dorito is like what? Like so many times their weight? You know what I'm saying? And it says, if you're a lazy person, then just consider what an ant does. Put your head on the curb and look down and see what a goddamn ant does. Because then you will know how to do some work. Go ahead.
Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer, and gathereth her food in the harvest.
Right. So that ant is continually working. What the hell is your excuse? You act like you got all this stuff to do. You know what I mean? Let me get that one about the slavery. Let me get the one about the glory in the gold. Let me go there. Was there any more on that? Or how many? Which verse was you at?
That was verse 8.
That was verse 8. Let me get glory in the gold. You know where that's at, Matazabah? Yeah. So, like, what we're going into is being lazy, man. We got to keep this in the forefront of our brains, right? About being lazy. You know the difference between somebody who makes a lot of money and people who don't make no money? Not being lazy. You have to work, right? And it just transfers over into, the truth. You can't be lazy with the truth either. You know what I mean? Every single time we say something to you, it's always something else that you got to do, right? But you always want to make sure that you leave time for the Lord as well, because like the scriptures say, the Lord, it says, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, the kingdom of the Lord first, and everything else will be added to you. Right. The Lord will give you everything you want. Right. But you got to be the person that's fit to get it. Right. At the same time. And did you find it? No sweat. Oh, no sweat. It's just if you go to Glory in the Gold, GOAD, then you'll be able to find it. All right. But in the meantime, let's go to Proverbs 1 and 22. That seems like a good one to go to. Let's stay in Proverbs for a minute. Proverbs 1 and 22. Where you want Matazapah is Ecclesiastes 38 and 25. Wait a minute, it might be Ecclesiasticus because it's 38 chapters. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 38 and 25. But I'll take the Proverbs 1 and 22 while we're getting that.
Sir. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
How long will we love simplicity? How long will we just, want to get smartphones to do nothing smart on? How long do we want to be simple? You know what I'm saying? You see what's going on? Y'all see what's going on? Like, what was that the other day, Puff? We was watching, man, Donald Trump and what's his name? Vladimir Putin, man. They had met in Alaska. Meeting in Alaska. Two world leaders meeting up on neutral ground to discuss what? To discuss people's lives. Mm-hmm. Whether millions of people are going to live or millions of people are going to die. That's what they're discussing. But just to take a short turn over to YouTube, what are we talking about? Who's snitching? What we talking about? Beyonce and Jay-Z. You see, Jay-Z was cheating. You understand? What did the Bible say? How long we what?
How long? Oh, sorry. How long, ye simple ones?
Oh, say what did he say? What did he call us? What did he call us in the Bible? Simple ones, right?
Simple ones. Come on.
See that? How long are we gonna love simplicity? When we become in America, children. Children. Grown man running from the cops. And you know what? The other day, right, I was coming out of the cell phone store, and I saw these kids. They were like throwing rocks or something like that. They were doing something, and then the cops came, swarming, and they just took off running. And I just looked at it, you know what I mean? Because you always look at things a little bit deep, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I look at it, I'm like, damn, the next generation. That's what it is. Right. It's like you're running from the belt. The white man got the belt, and he about to put it on your ass. And guess what you got to do? You got to make sure he don't catch you. That's why, we grow up to be 40 years old, still running from police. How you 40 years old, still on the block? You the big homie. The big homie, you know what the big homie is? He's a loser.
Right.
The big homie's a loser. He never made it out the hood. He don't got nothing going for himself. You know what I'm saying? He been locked up, back on the streets, locked up. He probably staying at his mom crib in the basement somewhere. You know what I mean? And he has authority over the hood.
Right.
And how could you be a grown man and then subject yourself to being in the gang and being under somebody who's an absolute loser? Right? We got to start thinking, man. You know what I mean? This is what it's about. You know what I mean? It's about understanding and thinking so that we don't go into the next year the same way that we came into this year. All right? Right? We got to strategize. Right? We got to think. But, what's it called? Black History Month is not for us to be sitting here, glorifying all the wonderful things that George Washington did with a peanut. We're not supposed to be sitting here like, oh man, look all this peanut butter we got. No, we're supposed to be strategizing and figuring out what's the best way for us to move forward, right? Somebody need to pull out a PowerPoint. Tiffany, pull them out real good. Pull out a PowerPoint and sit down and say, look, this is the way we need to be rolling. This is the way we need to move forward, right? We got to stop loving simplicity. We need to, look, we going to Cardi B telling us who to vote for. And she's out there having sex with niggas while she's pregnant, right? We got to stop. Like, she's not, she don't got a political science degree, none of that kind of stuff. She just, she got a good songs, right? And we go to those people and figure out how do we make, calculated moves on how we should move as a people. When we shouldn't we shouldn't go to those people. We should go to people that are upstanding people instead of people that are immoral. You get my point? So this is what the Bible is telling us, right? Keep reading.
Come on. Verse 22.
Uh-huh.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Mm-hmm.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
And what?
And fools hate knowledge.
Right, man. People hate knowledge. Most of the time when we go out on the streets, we don't really, have too many people that, really white people ain't really the issue all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's really our own people because they don't like the way that we deal with other folks. The Bible is not magical. It's not a magical book. It's just basically telling you how you deal with other people. It gives you, I'm going to tell you what the Bible gives you. It gives you the same principles as other nations have.
Right.
It gives you the same principles. You know, like an East Indian, or I'll take it off of East Indians. Chinese people. You think Chinese people don't like soul food? You think they don't like oxtails and, you know, the lo mein? And you think Chinese people don't like that stuff? They like it, but they ain't buying it from you. They're not going to go and patronize your store because they understand as a nation how they're going to operate. You're not going to see a Chinese woman on TV saying Chinese men ain't shit. Right. You're not going to see her saying that. Why? Because she has family back home. She has family there. And guess what? If she gets on American TV talking about Chinese men ain't shit, then her whole family is going to get thrown in jail. Right? Because they care about how their people are portrayed. Right? And that's the same way that we have to be too as well. And the Bible teaches us how to deal with other nations. You could deal with other nations when it comes to business. You could deal with every single nation out there. Right? But the Bible gives you the blueprint on how not to get taken advantage of. You know what I mean? How you should deal with other nations, how you should deal with your brothers and sisters. Right? And ultimately, it's the blueprint that you're going to need for success. Right? Go ahead. Was there any more? Matazapah, I think you had it. 33 and I think it was 33 and Ecclesiastes 38 and 25. If you got it. Anybody got any questions online? We good? We got them sitting in VIP, having class in VIP. All right. You got it, Matazapah.
Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 33 and 25.
Uh-huh.
How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow?
Right. How can you get wisdom that holdeth the plow, right? So imagine somebody holding the plow all the time, right? How are you going to get smart? Right, if you always holding that plow, meaning like you at some point you got to get some sort of wisdom. You can't just work all the damn time, right? That's how it was. Like I had to get wisdom and take my damn hand off the damn plow. You know what the plow was? Sending me to California, to Iowa, back down to Arizona, back up to New York, back out west to Ohio. Back down to Texas. You see what I'm saying? How the hell am I going to get wisdom? Right? You can't. You can't really get wisdom. You could try, but they're going to keep your hand to the plow, and you ain't going to be able to do it. Go ahead.
And that glorieth in the gold.
The gold is that thing. What is the gold again? Hold on. Let me look it up real quick. Let me look up gold real quick. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Let me see. I knew what it was. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I just don't want to say the wrong
I got
thing.
it in the blue letter.
What'd it say?
Ox. It say ox gold. Let me see.
So the gold is like
from to learn, to teach, exercise.
a tool, typically a long stick with a sharp metal core and used to prod animals like oxen to guide them or make them move forward. Right. So it's like you're glorying in the work all the time. Right. And you can't get this kind of understanding that you're going to need to serve the Lord. Right. Because you're constantly doing that thing. All right. Go ahead.
Salakia. And that glorieth in the gold that driveth oxen and is occupied in their labors and whose talk is of bullocks.
Right. Right. Because how are you going to be able to get wisdom of the Lord if you're always at work all the time? Right. So sometimes you got to make time for the Lord. You know, sometimes, you know, our schedules be busy. And look, nobody understands that more than myself. Our schedules are busy. We all got something to do. Right. But we all at some point have to come and give the Lord, you know what I mean, some of our time. Right. Even though you don't have a lot, you got to give the Lord some of it. And for brothers, You know what I mean? You got to stop being on the sideline and you got to get up in the work, right? Some kind of way you got to get up in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord requires. The Lord will let you be great. The Lord will let you rise to the highest of heights, right? But the Lord wants and requires you to give him something too as well. All right? Go ahead, Mataz Pa.
If I could drop down to 32 or 31. Ecclesiasticus 33 and 31. All these trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work.
Go ahead, break it down.
Without these cannot a city be inhabited. And they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. This apart. They shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft. So these brothers is just trying to work. They're not worried about like judgments. They're not worried about ruling the earth. They're not worried about nothing at all other than, you know what kind of power I want? I want that power like Donald Trump got. Yeah, they're not worried about that.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Kyle? I want that kind of power. I want everybody to be sitting there waiting for me to pull up in the plane so I can get off the plane, walk up, and be like this. Red fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone. Potty, oop, I'm out of time. My bacon is smelling melly fine. And then I just get back on the plane and fly off. And they be like, what happened? What did he say? What did he mean? It was so profound. That's the kind of power I want. You know what I'm saying? When they showed Donald Trump rolling up, man, they had somebody up there vacuuming the where they was gonna be standing up at, you know what I mean? Like the podium. He was up there vacuuming. He made sure he vacuumed every single piece of that damn podium. Go ahead, Mataz Bar.
Samaki, if I may, I just wanted to tell everybody that I think I called out 33. It's chapter 38.
38.
It's chapter 38.
While you at it, let me get I'm not gonna keep y'all all night. Let me get Proverbs 26 and chapter 26, verses 13.
Proverbs 26, 13. Got it. 1 second.
Man, listen.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 13. The slothful man saith, there is a lion in the way.
Say that one more time. What does the slothful man say?
The slothful man saith, there is a lion in the way. A lion is in the street.
You know what that means? That means like you so damn lazy. You see a damn lion right here. You like, man, there's a lion over there. Somebody do something about it. Instead of you doing something about it. You get my point?
Right.
That's what the Bible is trying to break down. Keep reading.
Verse 14. As the door turneth upon his hinges, so doeth the slothful upon his bed.
Right. Go ahead, Mataz Pa.
And so a lot of times what people do is they'll let that lion be the excuse for them not to get up and do anything. Like, oh, I know I need to get up and let's say mow the grass, but it's a lion sitting right there, so I can't mow the grass today. You know what I mean? Because the lion's sitting right there instead of finding a way to shoot a lion away or unalive the lion so that you can get your work done.
Right. Look, you can move a mountain if you have the faith of a mustard seed.
Right.
What does that mean, Kayal? A mustard seed. You can move a mountain if you have the faith of a mustard seed. What is he trying to say here? What's all the bar?
Okay. Just have a little bit of faith. If you have a little bit of faith, you can move that mountain because you can figure out,
say it in the mic. Say it in the mic.
throw some dynamite up there. You know what I mean?
Oh, say it one more time. Start from the top.
For the most part, faith of a mustard seed is, as long as I have just that much faith, mustard seed is very small. So if I have just a little tiny bit of faith that I can move this mountain. So, you know, I can move the mountain several different ways. One being dynamite. Blow it up. Take all the rubble over here.
So it goes back to work. That's what faith is. Faith is work.
Right.
Faith without works is what?
Dead.
It's dead. So you have to have faith in anything. You have to work towards it. If you got faith that this business is going to get me where I need to be, you have to work to do it. And what the Bible is talking about is work. It takes work to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I was in the what's the name, Tiff, man. I was in the damn store the other day. I saw this old man buying all these tickets. He was like, give me 7635, 50-50. Give me 2762, 50-50. Give me 2222 straight. Give me 3572, 50-50. Give me 4577, 50-50. Give me 4700, 50-50. You know, he was just going down number after number. And I said to myself, I don't want to be like this nigga here. Because you know what I realized about life? You ain't going to get it unless you work for it. You think you're going to win your way out of it? That's really where we at with it. In our mind, we're going to win our way out of it. And you know what, winning your way out of it as an option, that means that's your last option that you got. And I don't want that to be my last option, where I'm with everybody else. You know how many people trying to win their way out of poverty? You can't win your way out of poverty. You got to work your way out of poverty. You got to make good decisions. You got to work and work and work and work some more to get out of poverty. You're not going to sit here and think you're going to come up with the right numbers in the Powerball and it's all going to fall in your lap. Because you know what's going to happen if it do fall in your lap, right? You're going to buy a rock this big to smoke. And you're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill yourself from overdosing, right? Because you don't have the type of work ethic instilled in yourself to be able to handle that kind of money. A nigga that got 300 million, you win 300 million, you're going to buy a pound of cocaine and set it on the table and just get upstairs. Every time you're going to go like that. Right in the pile. And that's going to be that. Right? They're going to be like, oh, man, you know, hey, you're going to be on that show that come on YouTube where it be like the curse of the lottery. Right, you didn't mix up with the wrong people. You done got $300 million and you done mixed up with the wrong people. Now you buried under a slab of concrete. Right? So you want to make sure that you're doing what it takes, right, to make sure that you come out on top. And that's what the Lord in the Bible is trying to teach us here, right? All right. Let me get the Wisdom of Solomon 10. I just got a couple more scriptures, then I'm going to end the class, all right? I ain't going to go be long-winded with everything tonight, all right? Yeah. You got the sign-in sheet? All right, go ahead and put the sign-in sheet in. The Wisdom of Solomon 10. I think it might be 15. Just let me know, Matata, how it sounds to you. Yeah. We getting it on, man. Anybody got any questions tonight? In the room? They're like, no. All right. If any questions online, please let me know. But it'd be Wisdom of Solomon, probably like the 10th chapter, probably about maybe the 12th verse, something like that. When it talks about the memorial of our foolishness. All right. You got a apocrypha?
You said which one? 10?
You got chapter 10?
Yeah, I'm on chapter 10 now.
All right. Scroll down to about maybe like the 11th verse, 11th or 12th verse. That's what we're talking about tonight. We're getting it on tonight, right? We're learning something about being a lazy bastard, right? And we don't want to be that. All right? Go ahead, Matata Pa. What you got? Where you at? What it sound like?
What was the words that you said?
Memorial of our foolishness.
11 is, it says, in the covenant.
No. Makawar. What can't you get if you don't have the rule of law? No. Kayal. What can't you get if you don't have the rule of law? What you say? Not the kingdom. Go ahead, Matata Pa.
Justice.
Justice. You can't get justice. Justice for Sandra Bland. Did we get any? Justice for Alton Sterling. Did we get any? You get my point?
Said no sound.
I'll be back.
Are we back?
Yeah.
You can't get justice. Okay. Let me back it up. Right? You without the rule of law, you can't get justice. Right? So that's why we don't get justice for Sandra Bland. Justice for Alton Sterling. Right? Justice for who else? Give me some names. Who didn't get justice? Who didn't get justice? Huh? Who? George Floyd. Trayvon Martin. Laquan McDonald. What's the sister name that was in the spot? Sandra Bland. No, the one that was in the house.
I know who you're talking about.
But y'all get my point. What I'm trying to say. Without the rule of law, you can't get justice. So we have to be a law-abiding people. We have to stick to a code. If you want to keep it up to date, we got to stick to a code. You know who sticks to a code? Chinese people. You know who sticks to a code? Arabs, East Indians, right? Everybody sticks to a code. They got a code and they have a way that they are going to operate. And if you cross that, you will deal with the consequences, right? That's how every nation operates. That's how we got to operate, right? And we do it in brotherhood and sisterhood. You wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. You was talking about
Breonna Taylor. Mm-hmm. That's what we got. That's what we talking about tonight. Not being a sluggard, having faith in the Lord, right? And doing what you're supposed to do so that we can get and be where the Lord wants us to be, right? You know, I want to live in a good house. I want to live in what? I want to live on some good land. I want to have cows and all that, right? We ain't gonna get it if we don't put our mind to what we're supposed to do and focus and really get to work. Other than that, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing. All right? Go ahead, Matazapa.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 8. For regarding not wisdom, they got not only this hurt.
We got not only what?
This hurt.
That's from the Lord. The Lord hurt black people. He hurt the Benjamites. The Lord hurt the Haitians and the Jamaicans and the Guyanese. The Lord hurt all of us, man. You know what I mean? He put us in this condition. I don't want to say it like that. The Lord didn't put us in this condition. We put ourselves in this condition. Right. Why? Because we too goddamn hard-headed and we don't want to listen. That's why the Lord put us, that's why we're in this position. I don't like to say that the Lord put us in this position because then it started sounding like, oh, the Lord cursed us. No, the Lord told you don't deal with other nations like this. And guess what? We continue to do. Ever since Christ got killed on the cross, we've been figuring out a way to love white people. We trying to do it, right? Even when it's a Black Lives Matter event and they get a black girl who's an A+ student to get up there and do a poem to articulate racism. And none of that works. You know why? You think white people ain't smart? You think they don't like the poem? You think white people don't see the poem and listen to it and be like, damn, that's a man. The way that young girl, man, the way she said that poem, it means everything. You know, you think that they don't understand that it's dope and it really is heartwarming and all that? They just don't give a damn. That's what it really is. All right? And it's fine. It's cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is, right? They just don't care. All right, no sweat. They don't care. No other nation got to love us. But what we got to do is we got to love each other, right? We got to prefer each other over everybody else. Does that mean that I got to hate everybody else? No, it does not mean that. But what it does mean is that I got to love my brothers and love my sisters. You get my point? Which is going to make us stronger. You get my point? Go ahead, Matazapa.
That they knew not the things which were good.
Which were the things that were good? All the promises that the Lord gave us in the scriptures that we would be able to get if we kept it down with the Lord. Go ahead.
But also left behind him to the world a memorial of their foolishness.
What we leave behind? What we leave behind?
A memorial of their foolishness.
You know what the memorial of our foolishness is? Downtown Wilmington. It's Chinatown. The hood is a memorial of what?
Our foolishness. Oh, Salakia. Their foolishness.
What is downtown DC?
Their foolishness.
That's what it is. All over the world. I think even the Guyana, what is it, East Indians? They controlling all of it, right? All over the world. That's why we got to stop being foolish. And we got to start understanding that the Lord gave us the tools so that we don't be foolish, right? That's what it all boils down to. The scriptures ain't nothing that's, so magical that we can't do it. You know what I mean? That's what the church tries to put on it. They try to make it seem like, you gotta die to go to heaven. Nah, you ain't gotta die to go to heaven. You can get it right here. Right? There's people in heaven right now. You know I watch it. I see a show every day called $1 Million. What is it called? What's it called? What's that you be watching? $1 Million Homes, right? Where there's people that come on the show that's looking over 3 cribs worth $2.5 million. Like I saw a dude today. They was like, "What's your budget?" He was like, $5.3 million. And I'm like, damn, people are really getting bread. You know what I'm saying? Who said we got to be in hell? Who said we got to die to go to heaven? Nah, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Why we got to die to go to heaven when the white man is getting it right now? Everybody else getting it right now. You know what I'm saying? We can get it right now too. The Lord said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's within you. What we're gonna wait till Christ comes? What if Christ don't come back for 50 years? So we're gonna be broke for the rest of our life. We're gonna be in hell for the rest of our life, being around broken bottles and all that kind of BS. Nah. You know what I mean? I'm not going for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get the kingdom of heaven right now. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord gave us the blueprint on how to get it. You just gotta know how to do it, and you just gotta have work ethic to be able to get it. You think the Lord gonna give us the kingdom of heaven on the earth, and we can't even stop doing drugs? We can't even stop sleeping with hoes. You know why we're not running the world? Because we're not fit to run the world. That's why we're not running the world right now. What black man you gonna see get off a plane and have a meeting with the leader of Russia? Who gonna jump off the plane? TD Jakes? Oh, I know who gonna do it. Beyonce gonna jump off the plane. Cardi B. No, Megan Thee Stallion. She gonna jump off the plane and twerk her way down the damn red, the carpet. You know what I'm saying? No. The Lord is not gonna give the kingdom of heaven to a bunch of pimps and what's it called? Pimps and twerk queens. The Lord ain't gonna give us the kingdom like that. What? No. Guess what? Guess who your king is? Caesar. That's who your king is. Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Because we have to make sure that we're ready mentally, and we have to put the work in so that we can be able to be in a position to be able to take the kingdom like that. But until then, it's going to be fragmented until we get ourselves together. It's going to be fragmented. There's going to be some brothers that's going to make it, and some brothers that's just not going to make it. That's the truth. So don't live life like Christ is coming back next week. Right. You know what I mean? Because how many brothers went to their death saying that Christ was going to return and he never did? See what I'm saying? Right. So we got to put the work in so that we can get the kingdom of heaven ourselves. We got to put the work in so that we can move this goalpost forward. The kingdom of heaven is within us, man. And we ain't going to get it if we don't put the work in. And that's really pretty much what the whole class been going to. But go ahead, let's finish that off, and then I'm going to finish off the class.
Come on, Khan. So that in the things wherein they offended, they could not so much as be hid.
You know why we couldn't be hid? Because it's on TikTok, Instagram, it's on Facebook. All the stupid stuff that black people is doing is right there. You can see it all day. So that's why we couldn't be hid. And the memorial of our foolishness is everything that you look at. You know, you ever walk into a store? I mean, I'm tall, so I don't really have to deal with it. But for the shorter brothers, you ever walk into a bodega and the counter is this high and you got to look up like this to them? You think that's by coincidence? They got their counter up high so they can look down on you. And you just like this. Can I get a strawberry blunt and some dice and a wave cap? They know exactly what you want. What do Chinese people like? We don't even know. What do East Indians like? They know you like dice. They know you like do-rags. They know you like bandanas. They know you like khakis, right? All the stuff that you need to look like a gangbanger. And they got it right there in the store because they look at you like you're just something that they can get money off of, right? And one more scripture, and I'm out of here. I promise you, Kohal. Let me get our life was for a pastime. Look it up, Kohal. It's called Their Life for a Pastime, and I'm out of here. All right? Their Life for a Pastime. It's in the Apocrypha, though. You know where it's at, Michael Ward?
Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, it said Their Life for a Pastime. All right, you got it. Whenever you're ready.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
But they counted our life as a pastime.
Say that again.
But they counted our life as a pastime.
That's football, baseball, soccer. That's what they count our life as, pastime. They want you to dance. If that would bring Christ back, then Christ would have been back a long time. People would be just like this here. They make sure they do all that right there. Right? We can dance. Can we dance? We can dance real good too. You know what I mean? Our life is what? Counted for what?
A pastime.
Go ahead.
And our time here, a market for gain.
A what?
Market for gain.
Y'all see what it is, man. I don't got to break it down. It's breaking itself down. It's telling you right there. Our life is counted as a pastime, and our life is a market for gain. Whatever they can get. $1 billion off of beauty supplies. When black women are the most beautiful women on the planet. Right? They're the most beautiful women on the planet. Go ahead, Matazapa. Go ahead, speak in the mic, Matazapa.
I'm about to say, $1 billion for a hair care, but there's still a sneaker market that like make, everybody $1 billion in, or probably $1 trillion in Jordans. Clothes, designer clothes with somebody else's, some Edomite's last name.
Man, you got men getting BBLs. Ain't that crazy?
And now, men are getting.
Hey, Michael Ward, like, God damn. You know what I mean? He got men getting BBLs. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? Our life is counted for gain. You know what it is? What other nations understand about our people is that our market is open. And if you want to get rich, you just go to the niggas. Because the niggas gonna make sure that you send your kids to Yale. They're gonna make sure that you send your kids to Harvard. They're gonna come in here and sell us chicken wings and make $500,000 a month off of chicken wings. When black women make chicken wings good, right? You get my point? Everybody's gonna take advantage of us until we start what? Working. Until we start what? Stop being lazy. Until we start understanding the plays that the Lord has in place for us, and all we got to do is play them. Go ahead and finish it out.
Say we must be getting every way.
That's what they say. These other nations like, whoa, we getting it. We getting it off these niggas. You know what I'm saying? They said we getting it every way. You know what I'm saying? In your life, I know y'all had those conversations like, yo, we getting it. We got it. It's coming through. This money rolling. You know what I mean? And guess what happened when somebody tell you that? Your eyes get big because you're like, yeah, it's rolling. You think the other nations ain't doing that? They doing that to us too. Right. They're like, yeah, we getting it. We marking it up 500% on these niggas. 1,000% on these niggas. Right? And what the Lord is trying to tell us is how not to be stupid so that we don't have to be the butt of every single joke. All right. Any more on that?
Just a little bit, sir.
Uh-huh.
Though it be by evil means.
Mm-hmm. Even if it's evil, the way that it comes about. Go ahead.
That was the end of it.
That's it, man. But I see y'all got the point, right? Anybody need me to break anything else? I got answers. You need an answer? You need an answer? All right. I got answers. All right. You need an answer. All right. So look, we're gonna end it there. You know what I mean? And I just want everybody to understand, man, and listen to what was brought out tonight, because I don't like, talking for my health. I'm tired too. Right? And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're not being sluggards, right? Because if you are a sluggard, then just put your head on the curb and look at what an ant do. Because every time I see an ant, that bad boy working. Right? He got a Dorito, a piece of a donut, something. And guess how much the donut weigh? You know what I mean? I seen a squirrel with a pancake in his mouth. Yo, I saw a pancake. I saw a squirrel with a pancake. And he took it up the tree. I was like, damn, that squirrel working. And that's how we got to be. All right? Don't let the squirrel outwork you. All right? And damn sure don't let the ant outwork you. All right? Make sure you work. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do. All right? So we're going to end the class, man. I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer. They point at everybody. Lacharab.
You said they point at it.
Yeah, it's like that. The brothers is like this.
All right, rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves from the world. If a new brother and sister need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has a particular interest in a person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 through 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10 means 10th in Hebrew, ma'asher. 10th of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you. Priest fund is not mandatory, whatever you feel in your heart to give.
I could use a priest fund, man. I ain't got no priest fund yet. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe we get one day. One day, right?
If it's a bottle, some money, whatever.
Oh, the pastor, he getting a priest fund.
He definitely getting
the pastor is definitely getting a priest fund. And he'll come and ask you, you know, what's going on with your priest fund. Go ahead.
Okay. It's a free will offering, not mandatory. Whatever you feel in your heart to give. Up and coming holy convocations. We got the memorial blowing trumpets. That's September 21st.
Yeah, but it'll be here.
September 21st here at 51 Blue Hen Road. And everybody try to make it out, keep the commandments, have a good time with us. And with that being said, brothers of my drum, we're gonna give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel. Men of Israel, Amidrum Shabbat, Amidrum, Barak,
Yahweh Shimei Shabbat
Yasmitah, which means hands down. Sar, turn towards the sisters, Amidrum. We're going to give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amidrum Shabbat, Amidrum, Barak,
Yahweh Shimei
Yasmitah, which means hands down. Class dismissed.